Hi, Sue here from Mystic Matters. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. If you were drawn to watch this particular video, then this is what you need to know. I use the Mythic Tarot, which are based on Greek mythology. Okay, right. We're starting off here with a Major Arcana card, the Magician. And this is showing that you're going to get into new things. You're going to start learning new skills, and you're getting to know the path ahead of you is possible. The Magician is the second card in the Major Arcana, and it is very much about when the fool jumps off the cliff, then the Magician comes into play to show them which way to go. You're going to really love your new ventures, your new learning. So it's a card of really kind of really looking forward to getting up in the morning. This can be a card of meeting a significant other as well, but it's also just the love of life, and it's going to bring you success. So maybe something you learn is going to be a way of maybe earning a living or a new kind of lifestyle, because there's going to be lots of opportunities, and it's up to you to decide which ones you're going to go with. Now, the danger here is that if you try and take on too much, you won't have time to do anything properly. So even though you might be excited and love what you're doing, don't overload yourself, because I said otherwise you'll end up not being able to do anything, to the best of your ability. And here's smooth sailing, and it's peace and tranquility, it's feeling that your dreams are about to come to fruition. So there's a really nice peaceful feel about this. However, make sure you don't get tied up in issues to do with the emotions and the ego, because this card here is very much about you can get into kind of like battles with other people, which are ego-based, and and the emotions are always very high. So it's a very uncomfortable place to be. So try and find a way of resolving these issues, because if you do, then there will be smooth sailing, anxiety and tension behind you, so that the emotions and the egos and things are things that can be sorted, and they don't have to kind of disrupt everything, because there's smooth sailing afterwards. So my feeling is that it's easily resolved if you just put your mind to it. So for a quick recap, here we have the Magician. So you're going to know the road you're going on, and there's going to be you're going to say, oh, I'm going to learn this, I'm going to learn that. Oh, I didn't know I was good at this. Oh, I'm really loving this. I'm really enjoying it. And people are saying, well done, because so obviously, I'm making a success out of the new things I've learned, and it's opening up other opportunities for me. So it's quite exciting, but I need to make sure that I have time to sleep, because because there's been so much feeling of success with it that maybe more opportunities are coming my way than I can actually cope with. Okay, now I've found a balance, and I feel my dreams are about to come to fruition. I feel a feeling of peace and tranquility. Oh, okay, so somebody doesn't agree with me about something, or there are a few obstacles in my path, and maybe I was getting a bit big-headed about the things that I've learned and achieved, and maybe I kind of got a bit ahead of myself. So maybe I need just to rein it in, and make sure that I'm not being egotistical in any way, or acting as though I'm better than, because I've had this kind of new lease of life. And if I've got any obstacles or the emotions are kind of taking over. I mean, emotions are very useful because they're a kind of a guideline, but if they take over, then they become our reason for living. So if you look at the emotions like a mountain, and on one side of the mountain there can be a sheer cliff, and you think, oh crikey, I'll never get up there. But if you look at it from another angle, if you go onto the other side of the mountain, it could be nice and gentle slopes and with a winding path and a few seats along the way. So it's looking at the things that are kind of engaging you emotionally or upsetting you, looking at them in another way, getting another viewpoint. And once you do that, you'll find there's a shift, there's an internal shift, and you think, okay, now I understand, and there's smooth sailing ahead. Anxiety and tension are gone, they're behind me now, for this time anyway. I mean, with life, things always crop up, don't they? But in this particular instance, and maybe you'll decide you'd like to go on holiday just to celebrate. But it's really positive stuff. I said, just don't let the emotions get away with you, and make sure you don't get a big-headed with all the new things you're learning and that you're good at, and so you don't put anybody else's nose at a joint. Okay, well, I hope that helps, and hope to see you again another time. Bye.